Okay, friends, we're going to try a recipe here. Hopefully, I can remember it. I think so. It's something my mom got from her mom, and it's a darn good treat. Cold day like this in the winter. This, to quote Lum and Abner, this will warm the crockery of your heart. Yes, it's a little dish called porcupine balls. Yeah. Now, before the porcupines start running for their lives, no, no porcupines have been hurt in the creation of this particular meal. Cows maybe didn't fare quite so well. What you need is some ground beef. Okay. Now, I'm not going to give you exact amounts here. This is something you can sort of judge yourself. Okay, you need ground beef. You need a can of tomato soup, okay. Some chopped up onion, maybe a little chopped up garlic, maybe, if you like garlic. Okay, just like one clove or something. Chop it up good. Let's see, rice. You need either brown rice or just plain old white rice, whichever one you dig. Don't matter. Okay. So what do we got? We got the meat, we got the meat, the rice, yeah, a little parsley perhaps. Whatever you would use to make a meatball, but hold the spaghetti cheese. Right. So a little garlic, a little onion, all this chopped up into the bowl of hamburger meat. You mix it all up. An egg, yeah, an egg should go in there because that kind of you're not going to really know the eggs in there. It's just that it holds the meat together better, right? Everything starts getting cooked. Okay, I think that's about everything. You can add something else if you feel you need to. I guess parsley, maybe a little oregano, yeah, that kind of thing. It's almost like you're making the meatballs you normally make for spaghetti and meatballs, but no spaghetti in this case. Okay, so you take the meat mixture and you put it into meatball size amounts, right? So and then you mush it. You mush it down a bit because you're not really going to simmer these. You're going to fry them and then simmer them. So you get a piece of meat like that, and it'll be maybe about this big, okay, by about this big, give or take, and about that thick. Okay, about an inch thick and about 2 inches, 2.5 inches in diameter. Okay, yeah, in diameter across. In any case, yeah. And you got the onion in it, the garlic, and all that. Okay, you fry them. Okay, you fry them in a nice, good-sized frying pan. And after you've gotten them browned, after you've browned the meat on both sides, uh, can that egg will hold everything together. That's why you put the egg in there to begin with. Okay, what you do, you into the meat, yeah, like I said, like you were making a meatball. Then what you do is you pour tomato soup, Campbell's tomato soup, whatever tomato soup you like. Progresso makes a nice one that has a few little herbs in it. That's good. And you pour that in with a little water. Okay, like you're making whatever the directions are on the soup can. Okay. Some soups you don't have to add water. Some you do. Okay. And you pour that in, a little bit of chopped onion, and a little bit of chopped up garlic, and a whole bunch of parsley. Okay. And you just let that simmer. You make sure that the broth you put in somewhat covers the meatballs. And again, they're squished kind of flat. So they're going to be kind of like this shape and about that thick, about an inch to maybe an inch and a quarter thick. Okay, and they've got rice in them, onion, a little bit of garlic, okay, the egg, etc. Whatever spice you like. Parsley doesn't hurt, oregano doesn't hurt. Okay. And then you fry the meat first. Get it browned, like I think I said that earlier. Okay. You don't have to cook it through and through because you're going to be doing that next step. We'll finish the deal. You pour in the tomatoes, perhaps tomato soup, a little tomato soup. and you just let that simmer. You may want to have saved a few pieces of the onion, the parsley, that kind of thing. Throw that into the tomato sauce. Yeah. Although in a lot of cases, the pieces of onion and garlic and little hunks of meat will come off the meatballs that you're cooking, and that'll. Gosh, sorry, I'm starting to drool. Oh, and that will break into the sauce a little bit. And that can't hurt. And then you just simmer them till you think they're done. When they look like, the egg is going to congeal a bit and tighten everything up, and they're browned, you just got to wait for them to cook. And just keep an eye on that. It might take a half hour. You don't want to overcook them. You don't want to undercook them. Just, you'll know when they're kind of like the consistency of a meatloaf. You know you've done it. Okay. Meanwhile, you cook a little rice. Okay. Yeah, rice is good. And I sometimes like to throw, if you have a little leftover green frozen vegetable, peas, maybe string beans cut up nice, you throw them in with into the sauce mix. Maybe a little bit of garlic into that. Yeah, let your imagination run wild. And you just keep flipping them, while every now and then you flip them. You got the broth that is all surrounding the meatballs is a very slow boil. Okay. And you just wait till you figure it's done. And it's done when it's all cooked. You don't necessarily want it being raw in the middle. And I'm telling you, you serve those, a couple of them on each plate, some string beans or whatever, peas, and some rice. Oh, is that good? My mom taught me this one. I don't know where she found it, probably in a magazine somewhere. Mom was always reading. And you could watch Mom read a magazine. She'd be all smiles, big smile on her face. And you could tell when she'd look and she'd see a recipe she liked, say, come here. To me, and I'd come over, what do you want, Mom? She said, what do you think of that? Ooh. I said, what are these called? She said, porcupine balls. I said, they're not really No, she says, no. She says, no porcupines have been hurt in the making of this, she'd say to me. And she said, it's hamburger. Okay. But you see, they got little hunks of rice sticking out of them. See, yeah, sort of. At least on the edges, yeah. Says, I'm going to try to make these. You want to help me? And so we went through the recipe, and darned if they weren't good. Oh, my heavens. The only problem was we don't think Mom made quite enough, because we were eating them like they were grapes on the vine. Oh, they were so good. And that, like I said, with some rice to on the side, or fried potatoes, leftover string beans, that kind of thing. Boy, you got a treat. Okay, give it a thought. Just make sure you cook them enough that they're not red in the middle. Yeah, that's the big thing. And although I guess if they were rare, I don't know what that would hurt, but still something like that, you like to cook it through like a meatball should look. Okay. So you got it? Okay. Yeah, I know. No, it's not all written down. You're just going to have to look at this video and figure it out. But porcupine balls. There may even be some place you probably could look them up on the web. I never even thought of that. Okay. And again, no porcupines have been hurt in the creation of this meal. Okay. Just so you know. And you don't want to get too near a porcupine anyway, because those prongs they got sure can hurt. Okay, I'll see you later. But these porcupine balls, oh man, oh they will, you'll be very happy in the tummy. Yep. I'll see you later. God bless. Oh, and serve that, like I said, rice, maybe home fries, that kind of thing. Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay. Bye now. God bless.